Tuesday. On this very chilly, miserable day. Hence the woolies. If you're interested in my cardigan, it's from a very ancient book. I think you might still be able to go get it. It's called Glorious Crochet Sweaters by, I think she's called Nola or Nora Theiss, which is Theiss. I think this is where the pattern came from. I have made so many garments from that book. Untrue. But I was so cold. So cold. Oh. And I was up half the night because I wear a cpap mask, which is very attractive, isn't it? Look like Hannibal Lecter while I'm in bed. But it's broken. And it's leaking at the bottom. So it was blowing all night long. I'm under the CPAPs at Blackpool Vic Hospital, Blackpool Victoria Hospital. They can't get me one of these because they don't stock them anymore. They've given me different ones, but I can't use them. The last person suggested that maybe I bought myself one from Amazon, which was about £60–70 or something like that. I've already had to buy myself a new headgear, and the magnets that are on it, they break for fun. They cost little titchy little magnets, right, like that. Little tiny magnets. They're about £10 a pair plus postage. Anyway, why are you moaning? It's a nice day and I've got something in my eye. And I must apologise in advance because Rosie is on one today. She's on a bark vest. She's doing my head in so far today. She's already been out for a walk, but you wouldn't notice, yeah. Anyway, what has made its way into my room? Let me turn around so I'm showing you what I'm showing you. Look! My doll's house has made its way into my room. And also, oh, my mum's sewing machine. Not that I am going to be branching out into anything wonderful. Sewing, you know, repairs. That's what it will be, just repairs. Anyway, my Dollys house, I brought some of the furniture in. This furniture actually came with the doll's house. It's rather cute, isn't it? Little cupboard with doors that open. We put that down a minute. Little doors that open. Sorry about this, but my fingers are not working today. All the little doors open, isn't it cute? This was actually in the doll's house when my friend Sue brought it down from Scotland. I'd seen it on eBay, but it was in Scotland. Anyway, fortunately, it wasn't too far from where Sue lived. So she brought it down for me. This one hasn't got knobs at the bottom. The doors do open, but it's got no knobs. The top one's open. And I think this is the one that's got little drawers, but there's only one missing. Still, I'm sure the child that had it before. And then there's a little bookcase. Probably better made than the bookcase I've got in the front room, but yeah. It's either wood or plastic made to look like wood. Can't tell these days, can you? But probably a whole lot better than the bookcase I've got. Anyway, what colour am I going to be painting my Dolly's house? You might have guessed, mightn't you? You might have guessed. I've had the paint for quite some time. It's called Plum Pudding, which is rather apt, isn't it, for, you know. And I've also got white, the special white paint to do the windows. Oh, and two of the little drawers from the are at the bottom, but they are, as I say, the rest of the drawers are missing. So I was been waiting for the Amazon man to come today. Oh, and I forgot to set my timer. Oh my goodness me. Brain of a goldfish. I go out, you know, hang on a minute, we've got to cancel that, yeah. Cancel. Right, 26. We'll try for 26. Because I think I've been talking for more than 2 minutes, but we'll hope for the best. Anyway, right, before I was so rudely interrupted by my lack of a brain. I was waiting for the Amazon man to come before I could start doing my video, yeah. So what did I get from the Amazon man? I got some paintbrushes. I'm ready for. It'll probably be my after Christmas New Year project. Will be painting the doll's house because it will need prepping and all that jazz. And I also bought another paintbrush which is a bit bigger, 1/2 inch, you know, to do the big bits. Because these are nice, but they're only for the twiddly bits, really, like the windows, aren't they? And of course I had to buy masking tape because my hand is not as steady as it might be. So I didn't want to be, that's why I can't paint nails. I get more on my fingers than I get on the nails. I've not been used to ever painting nails, yeah. Never really been a fan of painting nails, you know. So I'm absolutely rubbish at it, you know. I'm like that, all over the place, more on the finger than on the nail, yeah. I'll have to get used to it because I want to put some colour. Well, not bright colour, but I want to put a bit of colour on my nails. Anyway, what else have I got to show you? Oh, yeah. When I said the other day that I had another necklace to show you, and I knew I had, well, it's here. It's another bunch of grapes. I must like grapes in green and purple, mustn't I? But anyway, it's the second necklace I've got. Not the same necklace, but it's the second necklace I've got with the theme of grapes. Anybody would think I was a wine drinker, but no. Not really keen on wine, to be quite honest. Anyway, this one I have not shown you. It's got earrings to match, which I don't usually wear because unless they're gold, they turn my ears black. Yeah. And that is, oh my fingers, so cold. I'll be glad when I get this operation. Get some circulation circling around my left hand. That's another reason why I haven't done any crocheting. I've got to finish something for Christmas. I'm rubbish, aren't I? Oh, and it is pouring down. I can hear it. How lovely. Anyway, that's my necklace. Hold it up properly, Janet. Don't be so stupid. You know me, I do love my necklaces. And it came beautifully packaged in a box. Like the lady Sheeran, whatever she was called. You know, she sent, well, she didn't send it, somebody else sent it. And then I got 3 little bottles of perfume oil. It's called Audata. Audata. This one is bergamot and patchouli. It's not very oil. I must admit it's a bit watery for an oil. Body Shop used to do some fantastic oils, but they're limited now. I think they do 3. And it's white musk, black musk and another musk. That's all they do. I'm going back to when they first opened many, many moons ago, and I used to go to, I think it was the Royal Exchange in Manchester, and the perfume oil selection that they had, tremendous. And they had big bottles like that. And you used to buy a little bottle or a bigger bottle or whatever size you wanted. And they would go in the back and they would fill it up for you. And it was gorgeous. But these are not quite the same. This one is whatever fragrance. Oh gosh, Janet, put your eyes on. White Oud. When I say Oud, it's O-U-D. I think it's Arab, is it? Or whatever, perfume, Arab. I just thought I'd try it because they were quite reasonable. If you don't like them, you know, hey ho, you're not spent a lot, have you? And this one is vanilla. I have tested them out. They're only little roller things inside. I've seen it before, and a lot of them were terribly expensive, so I thought, no, cheap, you know, cheap. Thought I'd try the cheap one first. If I like it, then I can get dearer, which would probably be more oily, won't it? Anyway, with the Secret Santa came in a little show you what came in the little bag. But what also I got given by another lady was a lovely little notions pouch. It's got one of those snap, you know, the snap fastener things that snap together. Oh, clever, aren't they, these people? I'm rubbish at sewing, you won't be seeing anything like that from me, I'm telling you. So that was from a lady called Val, who does the most fantastic bags. She does patchwork quilts, she does all sorts of things. And she buys the fat quarters and makes all sorts of things with them, you know. I am hoping to beg a couple off her when I want to make curtains, you know, for my doll's house, but that will be the limit of my sewing. Because a seamstress I am not. Sorry, Auntie Janie. She did try her best to teach me, but it never worked. That was the bow that was fastening. You know, it's always a shame, isn't it, to throw things like this, because you always think there must be a use for this bow. I'd wear it in my hair, couldn't I? Could have worn it in my hair yesterday, but I'll get round to that bit anyway. And another lady gave me this gorgeous thing. Sue, thank you, Sue. Can you see it? Oh, showing you the label that says keep away from whatever fire or something. Can you see it? You can't see it because it's glittering too much. Oh, there you can see it now. You put a tea light in it, and it, you know, it shines. I suppose you could put a candle if you had a fat enough candle, but I think it's really meant for a tea light. I've actually got a lovely, it's almost like a brandy glass with like the nativity etched on it that my dear auntie bought me many, many moons ago, that you put a little tea light in that. I must find that, because the little Christmas elves, while I was out yesterday, put up the Christmas tree for me. Yay! I think it was my son actually, but and my daughter-in-law put all the other trimmings up beautiful. There's no point me showing you them in daylight. I need to make a tiny video when it's all lit up. Anyway, this was my secret Santa that was in the bag with the bow and everything. And got a little bag of its own. Woohoo! And here it is. It's called Envy. I think that must be the brand name, but it's a long, long necklace. Thank you, Sandra, with all hearts on it. Very, very pretty, isn't it? Very pretty. Yay! I am actually waiting for another order coming that I ordered for myself, my Christmas present to me. Yeah. Some more of the warm trousers like the ones I'm wearing, which you've seen many moons before. They're like made out of fleece, and I live in them. It's so cold. I'm going to go in there in the other room in a bit and light the fire. But I thought in here the light was better, so yeah. Anyway, what have I been up to? Well, the weather's been dire. So I've been hibernating. I've been, whatever hibernates, well, bear. I've been worse than a bear for hibernating because I will not go out in the weather when it's blue. I did go out last week and I got caught in torrential downpour. My scooter has sides that roll down. Design fault. You have to get out of the scooter to unclip it to roll it down. So you have the choice. The rain didn't come pitter, pitter, pitter. The rain came down, yeah? So I had the choice of, do I get out of the scooter, getting wet, to unroll the sides? Or do I stay in the scooter getting wet and go like that and try? So I put the blanket round, I had my blanket, put my blanket round my legs, so I tried to keep the rain off my legs. But all this side of me, of course, because the rain was coming sideways, this side was fine. This side was sopping wet through, all the way through to my underwear. Yes. Ah dear, it was fun. It was fun. Anyway, last night, well, it wasn't last night, it was yesterday afternoon. I belong to the knit club, as you know, in a place called the Lark Home, which is at the local community centre, whatever. And every year we do a little Christmas dinner party at the Sheraton I think it's the Sheraton Arms and the Sheraton Hotel in Blackpool. So off we went. I put my black velvet dress on and I didn't realise just how much weight I'd lost till I was like, I looked like I was wearing my mother's dress, you know. Anyway, I rooted out a top that went over the top that I tied, you know, so that at least it didn't look too baggy, you know. I mean, I suppose baggy's better than too tight, isn't it, you know. So, but I didn't really feel like buying myself a new Christmas dress because I don't really go anywhere, to be truthful. I used to get a Christmas sweater when I used to go to my sister-in-law's, you know, we all used to, but they've all moved to London, well, apart from my eldest niece, but she goes to London to see her mum and her other sister. So, like, our family get-togethers at my sister-in-law's house have all stopped, yeah, so didn't bother buying a new dress. I thought, that black velvet dress would be great. Talk about it needs taking in a tad, you know, but as they were trying to cheer me up, you know, at the dinner, they were saying, well, it drapes lovely. Yeah. Never mind. It kept falling off my shoulders, it was that big. But you couldn't tell because I had this sequiny top over the top, yeah. Never mind. Anyway, the meal was quite decent. I mean, it wasn't an expensive meal, so you don't expect it to be tip-top, do you? But it was far, far better than the one we'd gone to the week of 2 weeks before. When I told you we were having an off day, the B team was in the, you know, the kitchen, yeah. When it was crunchy sprouts and cold vegetables, you know, no. At least the meal yesterday, everything was hot, yeah. I'd ordered the turkey. It was a touch dry for me, but then, yeah. And I am not a big eater, as you know. And I'd started off with garlic mushrooms. And so by the time I got to the main course, I couldn't eat most, well, I ate about half of it, let's just say. And then I thought I'll leave room for my Christmas pudding, you know, with the white brandy sauce, although there wasn't much brandy in it, but that's another, you know. So, and everything was fine, and then they started the bingo. I don't like bingo. Really, it does not float my boat at all. So I thought, right, time for the one drink I allow myself, the rum and coke. Gotta be. In the foyer I go, so I can't hear it as badly. Well, as loudly when I'm in the foyer. So I get sitting in the foyer amongst all the people who were checking in and checking out, yeah. And I got next to a little old guy who was with 3 women. One was his wife and I don't know the other 2. But poor little soul, he was henpecked. And they were choosing, oh, we can go to Chester. We can go here like that. And he's saying, well, why don't you 3 go? And I'll be fine on me. No, you're coming with us, you're coming with us. And I could see like he's going, I don't really want to go. Anyway, they wandered off. I don't know whether they do. You know, ladies always go to the toilet, don't they, in 2s and 3s. They never go on their own, do they? Anyway, these 3 ladies wandered off. And he's sitting there and I thought, is he talking to me? And he's wittering away. I think he was talking to himself actually. He was wittering away. They don't take any notice of me. I don't know why I bothered coming. And he's like... And anyway, I was playing a game of solitaire on my phone, you know, with rum and coke, you know. My one drink I allow myself my rum and coke. Taking no notice of him, you know. So then he says, do you live here? I said, well, not here in the hotel. I don't live in the hotel. I do live around here, yeah. Oh, that must be nice for you. Oh, gosh, sorry, I do apologise for this. She's probably seen a bird fly by or something. Oh. Rosie, stop it, darling. I do apologise. I hope you didn't jump out. So I did feel sorry for this little old guy, sat there with 3 ladies. He must have been in his 70s or 80s or something. And one of them said to him, can you, if you go into the shop for your paper, she said, can you get me some cigarettes? And she said, you'll need to take £20 with you. And he went, £20 for cigarettes? Since when have they cost that much? He said, you'll have to give it up, he said. £20 for a packet of cigarettes, he said. No, you'll have to give it up. I'm sorry, he said. I didn't know you were spending that much on a packet of cigarettes. Oh, I know what she's barking at. 2 squirrels playing tag along the fence and up the tree. Grey ones, of course. Oh, they're so sweet. I know they're rats with tails, but they're sweet, aren't they? Yeah. Anyway, we did have quite a nice time. And when we came back, it was dark, because it goes dark about 4 o'clock, doesn't it? And as we pulled up, we got a reindeer all lit up in the kitchen window with a little Christmas tree. And my silver Christmas tree all lit up. And I thought, oh, that's so nice. And I walked in the hall and all up the stairs. And there's a Christmas tree in the hall. Hello, Rosie. Everybody all over the place has just heard you barking, sweetie pie. Yes, they have, yeah. And I thought, oh, the Christmas elves been. I think it was actually the song, but yeah. He's a mighty big elf, but we won't go into that. Anyway. Yeah. Well, I've got to go to the cpap, to Blackpool, Victoria, to see about that cpap mask. See what delights they can offer me, which won't fit, yeah. I know I'm a big girl, but I've only got a tiny face. Most of the masks, apparently the majority of people who have a cpap machine are male. I don't fit. Oh, I've got 3 squirrels now. It's a convention, it's a squirrel convention. 3 squirrels up the tree. I don't know where they come from. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the majority of people who have sleep apnea tend to be males. So I don't think they cater for ladies or dainty males. Yeah. All the masks they give me are like too big. Or they give me the ones that fit under my nose, which is great, but I tend to do that when I'm asleep and the mask is everywhere. It doesn't stay put. If you were a dainty sleeper that just lay like a little log, you know, and never moved, it would be fine. Because it goes, I mouth breathe, you see, so it's no good giving me the ones with the little bits that just go up your nose. You know, like they give you in hospital for oxygen that go up your nose. They tried giving me those, they're like nose plugs. No good, because I breathe through my mouth. And I just tried to tell them, I said, it's no good. I said, you know, it's just blowing air up my nose, but it's not doing anything for, you know, me. Yeah, is it any wonder why I'm single? Anyway, I'll see what they've got to offer me tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, sorry. Thursday. Thursday is normally the day we go to the cafe. But one of my ladies is wrangling with a leak in a conservatory. That is driving her mad. She's had no heating for about a week. She's just finally, fingers crossed, after having practically living with the plumber, you know. I think he's done 10 visits in about 4 days. She's finally got her central heating working, and now she's got a leak, or several leaks in her conservatory, which has ruined her carpet and oh. So I don't think she'll be coming with us to the cafe. In any case, I can't go on Thursday because I'm at Blackpool, Victoria, at the clinic. Yeah. So maybe we'll go out tomorrow. I think my friend's able to go tomorrow. Last week, another squirrel. Where are they all coming from? Are you having a Christmas party out there, all you squirrels? Goodness gracious me. That's about 4 now. One of them was rooting and tooting in the grass. I don't know what he or she is looking for. I can't tell whether they're boy squirrels or girl squirrels. But one of them's rooty-tooting in the garden now. I'm digging a hole. I used to have them when I lived in Moutside, and I used to put monkey nuts and things out for them there. And they used to bury them in my lawn. Dig a big hole and bury them. The gardener was always mowing the lawn and finding all these peanut things. Yeah. It's off again. It's going up the tree again. Along the fence. Woo! I'm laughing at it because its tail is, it's like on overdrive, its tail. Woo! I know if I turn the camera around it'll vanish. But it's nice to see them. Oh, we've got a magpie now. Makes a change from the seagulls. I don't mind seagulls, I don't mind any kind of animals, but they are so noisy. I know you have to expect it living by the sea, don't you? But, you know, it's like, wah, wah, wah. Sorry for laughing, but the squirrels are running up and down the fence now. They're having a gay old time here, and they're running away from the magpie now. Oh, an everyday story of living by the seaside by Janet. I know for a fact if I turn the camera around they'll vanish. In fact, they have vanished now. So I know that, you know. I was watching, I watched the silver foxes. They've moved off their narrow boat now and they now live up in Scotland. And they've got an owl. They've got chickens that they're looking after and they've got an owl now that they've adopted. They've adopted it because it was in captivity, you know what I mean, something had happened to it. It's not that they've got a wild owl and stuck it in a shed. They've adopted it because it couldn't live in the wild for some reason or another, yeah. But they're going to put up like nature cams. They've already captured badgers and deers and what else have they captured? I think they've got polecats, whatever. There's some other kind of cats that they've captured. And they're going to, you know, Colin is going to be putting up these wildlife cameras all around, which should be interesting. I used to watch a programme on the television, you know, that they used to put these cameras up on trees and things to capture things. Yeah. Maybe we should put one up in our tree, see if we can capture the squirrels, and the magpies, and the seagulls, and whatever else happens to be. Thankfully, no rats here. I had them next door to me when I lived in Mountside because the lady next door used to put bags of whatever outside, black bin bags, whatever, which you can't do because it does attract vermin, yeah. But touching wood, not seen any vermin here, no. Well, some people call squirrels vermin, don't they? But they're cute. You've got to admit they're cute. You know, wouldn't want one for a pet, but they're cute. My son used to keep ferrets at one stage. He had 2 ferrets. I mean, he had them in a massive, massive cage that took the, well, it was like an aviary. Took over most of the garden. And, but he was working and he didn't have time to play with them as much. Like, you're supposed to handle them a lot to get them so they don't bite you. Anyway, eventually, he donated them to this like zoo place in Heaton Park where there was lots of them. Because he didn't want to release them into the wild, obviously, because they were tame ferrets. They wouldn't have been able to fend for themselves. They've never had to, you know. They were born in captivity and, you know. So he took them to, now the magpie's looking at me. He took them to Heaton Park and they got released with all the other ferrets. So they're probably long dead by now because, of course, they don't live that long. Yeah. My friend with the leak in the conservatory and the no heating, she lost one of her dogs. I don't mean it wandered off. She unfortunately had to part company with it because it was old and it was elderly and it was ill. And she's now thinking of getting another one. But she doesn't want another big dog because, sadly, like myself, she's in a mobility scooter, so you can't manage 2 big dogs. You'd be like Ben-Hur, wouldn't you, with 2 big dogs, yeah? Because she's got a huge dog. He's not a bully breed or anything that's banned, but he's a big dog similar size to, you know, the bullies, yeah. So, you know, she had 2 of them, she'd be like down the prom like Ben-Hur, you know. Rosie's bad enough, I mean, flipping heck. When my daughter-in-law, was it my daughter-in-law? I had a knee done, she borrowed my scooter. And